All of this is their fault. If they hadn't have wrongly raided my house, there would be no lawsuit. I would not know their names. They wouldn't be on my body. They wouldn't be on my home surveillance system. And there would be no songs, nothing. My money would still be intact, nothing. So all of this is their fault.
And because they executed a search warrant on your home, that gave you the right to post the things that we've seen this week on the internet?
Because
Is that right? Is that right, Mr. Foreman?
yes, for tearing down my door, not paying for it, not being apologetic, me being a sport, doing something peaceful to raise the money to pay for their damages, me having the right of the freedom of speech as an American to talk to my family, friends, and fans about what the sheriffs did to my home. Yes, I had the right to my freedom of speech. After they left, I had the right to kick the can and to do what I had to do to repair the damage they brought to my house. Yes, I did.
You remember in your deposition when I asked you, why did you bring the news when you picked up the money?
Yeah, I didn't want to get beat up or Epstein at the sheriff's station after I seen him running around my house with AR-15. So that's why I brought the news and my attorney.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of DDTS, episode 758. I'm back with another video. Thank y'all for joining me. Happy Saturday. It is 10:55 p.m. Thank y'all for joining me. This is a random video. Like, I had no plans of doing another video tonight, but I said, you know what, let me go ahead and put out this content. Let me go ahead and make me a video. Let me go ahead and elaborate on a couple of things. But first, if you have not yet, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell so you will get notified when I have new videos available. Now, I want to say that it's been a roller coaster for me, but I'm here. I'm going to be talking about two different topics, but the first topic that I want to elaborate on, I'm going to talk about these two topics within the same video. Like the first topic, it's not going to be a lot of talking. It's going to be like a lot of, updating pretty much, because let me be the first to say, I don't know much about this topic. I just found all that I can find, and I just wanted to give y'all an update on this AfroMan situation. If y'all don't know who AfroMan is a music superstar. He's a artist, a rapper, and he is most famous for the songs Because I'm High and She Won't Let Me. And if that song She Won't Let Me, I can't say what I want to say after that song, but all I'm gonna tell you this is AfroMan is well known for Because I'm High, She Won't Let Me, among many other things. He is 51, I think he's 51 of age. He's in his 50s. And just a little news that has been trending about him. And I just want to elaborate to y'all on that before I get into this topic that I really want to talk about. It says, rapper AfroMan announces his Hormona show following legal win. The Grammy-nominated rapper recently won a defamation lawsuit filed by 7 Ohio sheriff's deputies over music videos that mocked a 2022 raid on his home. 2 weeks after winning a First Amendment court case against the Ohio deputies, rapper AfroMan is headed to Hormona for a live performance. the artist best known for his 2000 hit Because I Got High, announced in a Facebook video that he'll take a stage at the Balcony on April the 3rd. So basically and allegedly, again, I don't know much about AfroMan's situation. I didn't even know anything about this situation, but it is alleged that he did a interview explaining this whole situation, and it is alleged, like what I just read, that he won a defamation lawsuit filed by 7 Ohio sheriff's deputies over a music videos that mocked a 2022 raid of his home. So allegedly, he won a defamation lawsuit. So I'm guessing a lawsuit was allegedly filed against him. I think that's how they work, and I think that's what happened. I don't want to be negative. I don't want to get anything wrong, but allegedly, that's what I just read. That's what I'm going to elaborate on for a little bit. Congratulations, AfroMan, on your defamation lawsuit win. Congratulations. You deserve it. By the way, this topic is dedicated to Brandon of Palm Beach because he has been wanting me, and let me be the first to say this. This is dedicated to Brandon of Palm Beach. This topic, not the video, but actually part 1 video, but this topic in this whole video right here, because I'm going to make another video on this other topic. On the other topic, I think what I'm going to do, I'm just going to get AfroMan, his own episode, and I'll just do another episode after this one. But I'm going to say this. Now, this episode is dedicated to Brandon of Palm Beach. This episode is dedicated to Brandon of Palm Beach and everyone that is fans of AfroMan. He's known for Because I Got High and She Won't Let Me, this and that and the third. Now, the main reason that I decided to do this video, because like I said, it was spur of the moment. I decided to do this video because if you do not know, Brandon of Palm Beach, who I'm gonna share, who I'm gonna tag, Brandon of Palm Beach, he, be watching my podcast, my episodes and everything, and he be giving me so much ideas. He be sending me stuff, on Instagram, funny videos alongside the Solomon Project, Mr. Burns. And Brandon told me a couple of days ago, we were messaging. He checked in on me and he sent something to me regarding AfroMan. And I think the message that he says, I can't wait for you to talk about this whole fiasco on AfroMan, etc., etc. And I couldn't do nothing but laugh, because I don't mean laugh in like a pick on laugh. I mean a laugh like it basically put a smile on my face, because if a lot of you do not know, when y'all send me stuff and gives me ideas, that basically gives me so many inspiring ideas how I want to do my episodes. And I'm not going to say that every time y'all send me something, I'm going to do an episode on it, because sometimes other things and other topics be overloading what was sent to me first. And sometimes if I feel up to it, I will go back to it. I just want y'all to know, whenever y'all send me things and topics to talk about among so many other people's, y'all don't realize y'all are really helping me. Y'all are helping me. Y'all are giving me so much good energy, so much good vibe. Y'all are my biggest cheerleaders. But if Brandon of Palm Beach, if you are watching this video, this is for you, sir. And I'm hoping that I'm hoping that I'm putting out everything that there is to put out on this topic, because although I don't know too much about this whole scenario, I'm just gonna talk about and elaborate on AfroMan winning his defamation lawsuit filed by 7 Ohio sheriff deputies over the music videos that mocked a 2022 raid on his home. So allegedly, again, seven officers, sheriff's deputies filed a wrongful lawsuit allegedly against AfroMan, and basically it reversed back around that he won. And I'm going to look into why this whole lawsuit thing started. Now, if I can find the interview regarding this episode, I will eventually put that in this episode and in this video. But I just want to talk about this, and I just want to say this. When you file a wrongful lawsuit, and I know it's a lot of peoples that have done it, and I know it's a lot of peoples that is still doing it to this very day. I just want to say, when you file wrongful lawsuits against a person, and the person's that doing the filing, that affects both parties. And it is hard to get over. And it's not going to be just that simple to get over. It's not going to be that easy to basically navigate. Because although, again, I don't know much about this whole situation, but for what I read, which I'm going to screenshot this and put this up, those 7 officials that filed the wrongful lawsuit against AfroMan, they were wrong. It shouldn't have never been filed in the beginning. And I know it is a bunch of peoples that are fans of AfroMan. Now, I'm just going to say this because I'm really a blunt person, and I'm an honest person, and I'm a real person. And even though I don't follow my own advice, I can give people's advice, which I do. I give people's the right advice, and I give people's advice. I give people's the right things. But just because I give a person the right advice that they can follow, and if they choose to follow, that does not mean the person that is giving the advice is going to follow their own advice. Because sometimes I don't follow my advice, but I try to, but other things just be happening. Now, I'm just going to put this like this. And then I'm going to see, can I find the videos? And then I'm going to talk a little more about AfroMan. Then I'm going to do a little more and do the other topic in video episodes. So this is going to be a DDTS episode 758 part 1, 758 part 2. So there we go. So I really feel like this. I really feel those sheriffs, they shouldn't have never filed the lawsuit in the beginning. I don't know what would make them file a lawsuit. I'm guessing that in the music video that AfroMan made or was in or did back in 2022, basically they must have thought that when they allegedly broke in AfroMan's house, I'm guessing they must have thought that AfroMan basically lied on them, basically put some footage in the music video detailing how those officials or officers broke in AfroMan's house and raided it, allegedly. Now, again, I don't know. I'm just going to put it in that aspect because I really don't know. I was not there. But I will say this. If you're going to sue somebody, allegedly, and if you're trying to get even with somebody, and if you're trying to get what you're owed, what you think that you're owed and entitled to, this the thing. If you're going to sue somebody, make sure you have your facts while you are actually suing them for real. Because you will really be up Schitt's Creek if you filed the lawsuit or filed something against someone and they didn't do anything wrong, and evidence can be held against you, against the person that did the filing, because you do not have all the proof that you need to have on why you are suing the person. When it comes to suing a person, it doesn't matter if you're suing them for unpaid parking tickets or unpaid rent. It does not matter. If you do not have your receipts, and if you do not have your ducks in order, and if you do not have your lines in a row, all your eggs in a basket, all those eggs is going to crack because you do not have the receipts that there is to have regarding the whole situation. So I'm just going to put it in this aspect because I don't know much about this situation. But what I'm going to say is this. They should have had their ducks in a row. They should have had all their receipts. They should have had all that proof. What they thought was, this is my thing, all those sheriffs that did that filing against AfroMan, I'm just going to be honest with y'all. I'm not going to sugarcoat anything. This the thing. They thought because they were officers of the law, they really think because they are in power and that they got that badge, they really thought that they can file the deformation lawsuit against AfroMan, and they think because they got their badge and because the position that they in and because AfroMan is a black African American man, they thought that it was going to stick, and they thought they was going to get all that they could out of AfroMan. But I'm happy that AfroMan fought the whole situation and that he did not give up. And that's what I love. I love when peoples that know that they didn't do anything wrong, they know in their heart and their mind that they are innocent and they didn't do nothing wrong, they get the victory at the end, because it always comes back to those that are good, that they know that they are innocent. But that's what those officials get. And that's my whole opinion on that. Now, if I can, I'm going to find that interview of AfroMan, and I'm either going to put that in the end. I think I'm going to put that in the end of this video. But I just want to say this. I'm so happy that AfroMan won this whole defamation lawsuit that he had against him, because it's not fair that if you know you didn't do anything wrong and you are basically getting punished for something that you didn't know that you did. Now, I can be wrong allegedly, but I'm just saying. Now, as we come to an end of this video, like I said, I'm going to try to find that interview recently, and I think I can find it in my messages, and I'm going to share it with you all in this video. I'm going to put it up, and I'm going to put it in my description box just in case. AfroMan Joseph Edgar Foreman was born on July the 20th, 1974. And his stage name is AfroMan, and he is an American singer and musician. And his fourth album, The Good Times, in 2001. He's also known for Because I Got High, and he was nominated for a Grammy Award in 2002 for Best Rap Solo Performance. Yes, indeed. And in 2003, Foreman declared himself to be a Christian, and this and that in the third. And on February the 17th, which was my 20th birthday, Foreman was midway through his performance at a music venue in Biloxi, Mississippi, when a woman walked on stage while dancing, holding a drink. She approached him from behind. Foreman punched her in the face and was escorted off stage by security and was taken into custody, charged with assault and released on bond. Yes, indeed. And I also got the receipts right here. Raid on Ohio home. So this whole situation results to right here. In August of 2022, the Adams County Sheriff's Office in Ohio searched Foreman's home while he was in Chicago on suspicion of kidnapping and drug trafficking. No evidence criminal activity was found and no charges were laid. The police search damaged his door, extraordinary gate, and security system, which cost over $20,000 to prepare. Officers seized over $5,000 of cash, which was returned with $400 apparently missing. Foreman said he only had a few blunts and unused pipes. Foreman, posting about the experience on social media, criticized the officials for the raid for damaging his property. He posted about a previous burglary of his home, which the sheriff's department threatened him with arrest if he kept checking about the process of the case. He told they did not have time to provide him with an update. He recorded 3 songs criticizing the raid, title "Will You Help Me Repair My Door?" Lemon Pound Cake, set to the tune of "Under the Boardwalk" by the Drifters. Subsequently, the title track of the 18th studio album. Okay. And that the video Lemon Pound Cake was viewed 5 million times on the YouTube platform. Okay, I'm gonna stop right there. That's enough for me to elaborate on right there. Let's go back to this whole situation. So this happened in August of 2022, correct? This happened in August of 2022. And so allegedly, this happened in August of 2022. And allegedly, so while allegedly, I'm going to keep saying allegedly 1,000 times. So allegedly, while AfroMan was in Chicago, and it is said allegedly that he was on suspicion of kidnapping and drug trafficking. And here we go again. Allegedly, it says no evidence or criminal activity was found and no charges were laid. So basically, from there, these policemen, these sheriffs, basically went in this man's house, damaging his doors, going through his stuff, seized over $5,000 of cash, but they returned the cash except $400 because that allegedly that what was missing. And they messed up his door so bad. They messed up AfroMan's door so bad that it cost over $20,000. And he admitted that he also had a few blunts and unused pipes in his house or with him, this and then the third. And he allegedly posted about the whole situation. And he made a song about it. He made 3 songs, actually. He made one song, "Will You Help Me Repair My Door?" Lemon Pound Cake, set the tune of the Under under the boardwalk. So basically, will you help me repair my door? That's basically the main song right there, allegedly. And I'm basically going to say this. Again, if we're going to be honest, those sheriffs that did all that damage, they was wrong. Those sheriffs was wrong of how they just barged in AfroMan's house while he was allegedly in Chicago, Illinois. Now, I was not there at all. I was not there at all. But I don't give a crap and I don't give a hot damn how much power you think you have. Just because you have those badges, just because you call yourselves detectives of the law and protectors of the law, it does not matter how many badges you carry, what position you in as sheriffs, a police officer, head security, anything like that. That does not give you the right to barge in my house if you know in your heart, in your mind, that I did not do anything wrong. And if you do not have no warrant to check my house, and if you ain't got no warrant for my arrest or anything, this goes for anybody. If you do not have no warrant for my arrest, if you do not have no warrant to search my house, that does not give you the authority in the whole situational case to bust in my house when I'm not there and take anything that does not belong to you. Because obviously those sheriffs, they was in the wrong. They go in this guy's house. They damage his door that cost over $20,000. They found $5,000 of cash. $400 was missing, but they returned the $5,000 instead of $400. Then he made a song about it. So let's be real. Those officers was wrong. And the fact, because AfroMan is a black African-American man, he's a rapper, he is very famous. They really feel like I said, these officers really feel, they really be feeling themselves. They really do. They be feeling themselves. They really do think because they got all this power and they using their position of power to think that they can do anything that they want to do. It does not work like that. So what they did was, this is just my opinion, what they did was they felt, hey, we can go in his house, say that we found this. That's a lawsuit. But hey, AfroMan said, oh, no, we ain't doing that. Yep. And let's see. And the whole situation that gives me puzzled, and the whole situation that makes the sheriffs look dirty, is that he posted about a previous burglary in his home, after which the sheriff department threatened him with arrest if he keeps checking about the process of the case. He was told they did not have to provide him with an update. And that's crazy, because the thing is, if y'all are officers of the law, ain't it y'all's job to take statements? Ain't it y'all's job to listen to the whole situation of what happened? Isn't it y'all's job to help find the person that did the crime? Basically, this have the sheriff's department written all over what they did to AfroMan. I really do believe that AfroMan, he's innocent, and those crooked sheriffs is the one that did it. Because I did not think that, I know I'm not the smartest person in the world, and I know I'm not an officer of the law, thank goodness. But isn't it against the law for officers to threaten the person that needs the help? That seems kind of red flaggerish to me, and that makes me think those sheriffs allegedly did this to AfroMan. And I'm guessing the reason what make them sheriffs wanted to file that defamation lawsuit is because they felt like AfroMan was threatening them, asking too many questions, or maybe they was fearing for their life, which we all know that they was wrong to begin with. So I'm just gonna leave that right there. And this is how AfroMan won the lawsuit. Because listen to this. He released 3 music videos on December the 29th, 2022, composed primarily of security camera recordings of the raid. The music video for Will You Help Me Repair My Door was viewed over 11 million times, while Lemon Pound Cake was viewed 5 million times on YouTube Platinum. And on March the 14th, 2023, 7 sheriff's officers, Sean Cooley, Justin Cooley, Michael Esping, Sean Grooms, Brian Newland, and Randolph Walters Jr. and Lisa Phillips, sued Foreman for allegedly that his use of the video, the raid invaded their privacy. The suit said that the music video and social media's post Foreman had made resulted in humiliation and mental distress, embarrassment, and loss of reputation. The court dismissed the claim that he improperly used the officer's likeness and commercial purposes, but the claims of defamation and false light go to trial. The trial began in March of 2026, with Foreman taking the stand to testify on the second day. Throughout the trial, Foreman wore a suit and a pair of sunglasses embroidered with the U.S. flag. On the stand, Foreman told juniors, "I got a freedom of speech after they run around my house with guns and kick down my door. I have a right to kick a can in my backyard, use of freedom of speech, and turn my bad times into good times. Yes, I do. And I think I'm a sport for doing so, because I don't go to their house, kick down their doors, and then try to play victim and sue them." And also, after AfroMan gave that speech, each of the plaintiffs also testified of the whole situation. And on March the 18th, 2026, a jury returned a full verdict in favor of Foreman, clearing him of any civil damages against the officers. Afterwards, Foreman saw a 500% increase in the streaming compared to before. And ain't that good? Ain't God good? Because honestly, this the thing. Let me see how these sheriffs look. I'll be right back. Hold on 1 second, y'all. I'm still here, y'all. I'm still here. So, yeah. So, in the end, the judge ruled in AfroMan's favor, because those sheriffs knew good and darn well that they was wrong for what they did. And they thought that because they are sheriffs and because they got that power, they really did think that they weren't gonna have anything to worry about. They thought that they was gonna win that lawsuit, and they thought because they are in high power, they was gonna get rewarded. So those 7 sheriffs got exactly what they deserve. Now, I feel like those sheriffs should have to pay back for that lawsuit. Karma is real out here, you guys. Very real. And again, I'm gonna see can I find that interview in 2022 to 2026. This whole situation with this lawsuit was happening. AfroMan Foreman came out victorious. Now, this is going to be the end of my video. And if I left out anything, let me know what you guys think. Don't forget to like, don't forget to comment, and do not forget to subscribe. And before I end this video, I want to say, Brandon of Palm Beach, if you are watching this, this is dedicated to you, because I know that you probably wanted me to talk about this for a great amount of time. And I just want you all to know I love doing what I do. If there's anything that y'all would like for me to talk about, or if there's anything y'all want me to do a topic on, whether I know a lot about it or not, I will do my best. Please let me know. But Brandon of Palm Beach, if you are watching this, let me know what you think. Did I include everything? Did I miss anything? Do I need to, do some more research? I think I did enough research to know to do my elaboration. But for those of you that are AfroMan fans, that love music, that love rap, that think AfroMan was a legend, like he's a legend, because I love his songs because I got high. I didn't get high because I don't smoke. I don't believe in nope. But yeah. But that's going to be my video, y'all. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And I hope y'all enjoy this video. I hope y'all enjoy. And stay tuned for my next episode and my next video. And I will see y'all soon. And I love y'all. Have a great night. Love you all. Thank you. And bye-bye.
All of this is their fault. If they hadn't have wrongly raided my house, there would be no lawsuit. I would not know their names. They wouldn't be on my body. They wouldn't be on my home surveillance system. And there would be no songs, nothing. My money would still be intact, nothing. So all of this is their fault.
And because they executed a search warrant on your home, that gave you the right to post the things that we've seen this week on the internet?
Because
Is that right? Is that right, Mr. Foreman?
yes, for tearing down my door, not paying for it, not being apologetic, me being a sport, doing something peaceful to raise the money to pay for their damages, me having the right of the freedom of speech as an American to talk to my family, friends, and fans about what the sheriffs did to my home. Yes, I had the right to my freedom of speech. After they left, I had the right to kick the can and to do what I had to do to repair the damage they brought to my house. Yes, I did.
You remember in your deposition when I asked you, why did you bring the news when you picked up the money?
Yeah, I didn't want to get beat up or Epstein at the sheriff's station after I seen him running around my house with AR-15. So that's why I brought the news and my attorney.